Hello, my name is Javier Gutierrez.
Hello, my name is Lizette Muniz.
Hi, my name is Sam Marar.
I applied to be
An orientation leader because
my leader made a big difference to me. After my orientation, I thought to myself, like, wow, I want to be that person for students who come into Sac State.
As an orientation leader, it is a lot of work, but it's super fun.
A lot of people, when they think about what orientation leaders do, they kind of mistake them for tour guides only.
Orientation from start to finish is you'll come in, you'll have your group of students, or you'll be on parents and guests because they are also a part of our day, and you'll go through and you'll take them to the welcome. After that, it's like a series of presentations.
We actually, as orientation leaders, present to a group of students, usually around 10 to 15, and we present to them the general education requirements as well as Sacramento State policies. We also teach them how to register for classes and give them tips and tricks as to how to go about that.
But it's a lot more than just giving tours and showing students around campus. It's getting them immersed in the campus. Students have the option to sign up for what's called Frosh Night. Frosh Night is an overnight program that the orientation program provides for them. And an orientation leader specific role in Frosh Night is to kind of make sure that it goes smoothly. You're going to be assigned a specific group for that Frosh Night that may not be the same group from your orientation session. And your goal is to basically make sure that the students are having a good time, that the students are getting immersed in campus, and the students are making other friends and making sure that you're making them feel comfortable at Frosh Night.
One of the benefits of being an orientation leader is actually getting to network with the department which you're from. I was in child development undergrad, and I got to speak and connect and network with the dean and professors within my department.
One of the biggest challenges about being an orientation leader was definitely time management during the day. The way orientation works is it's all based around structure. So there's a specific time and place for everything, and there's a specific time and place that the orientation leaders need to be with their specific students at all times of the day, whether it's going from tour to major advising, from major advising to the computer labs.
As for the application, any year can apply if you're a first-year student or if this is your first semester as a transfer student. Anyone can apply to become an orientation leader. I was a first year when I applied. It can be a little intimidating if you're a first-year student applying for this job. You may be thinking like, oh, like advising, I don't know if I'm gonna feel comfortable advising students, but orientation does well to give us a lot of training. So like we have a class by itself. It's a whole class on like what the job is, and you'll take it all semester. Don't let that scare you like, oh, I need to take another class. You do get units for it. Of course, we're learning how to advise and like how to become leaders, but you're also bonding with all the other leaders that are going to be with you over the summer.
So one of the aspects of the position that not a lot of people know about is that it's a long-term position for the summer. What that means is that it's a lot of the same thing that you're doing every day, whether it be for transfer student sessions or for first-year student sessions. So you have to, always be on from the start of early June to the end of the summer. So it's a lot of things that kind of tire orientation leaders out that they're potentially not ready for. So if you're applying to the orientation leader position, you need to understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Excuse me, sir, did you have a question? Lassen Hall is actually the building with the mural. The front entrance is right around the corner, right here in front. You're always on the clock when you're wearing the polo.
Being an orientation leader takes out a lot of your energy because we're here from early in the day to later on, 5, 6 p.m., even during freshman time overnight. And it takes a lot of energy, and when you get home, you're about to be ready to just rest, and sometimes your family may not understand that.
As for who should apply to become an orientation leader, I think the spectrum is very wide. If you fall under any of these categories, then I think you should apply. Like willing to work with people, willing to work with students. Squirrels. If you like to help people apply for this job, but then don't forget about the other side. If you're not very extroverted and you think, oh, I can't do this job, those leaders were all over the place at the orientation. We have a lot of introverted leaders.
But do keep in mind that we do work with a lot of people, a lot of students, and that takes a lot of energy. Also keep in mind that it's a great opportunity and maybe something that you can challenge yourself on a personal level.
Orientation leader position is a lot of responsibility and a lot of trusting in other people who are on the team with you. So if you have the ability to, make sure that the day before you and the day after you might not be the same as today, it's a lot of repetition with the orientation program, but some specific things may be different. So the ability to follow through with instructions is a very important aspect of the position.
As long as you're willing to want to help these students, then I think you should apply to become an orientation leader.
One team on me, one team on three. 1, 2, 3. One team on me. Woo!
I hope to see you this summer.
Stingers up!
Stingers up.
Stingers up.